Good morning, Voyager. Delilah 8th House Moon Rabbit. Next installment of the randomized zodiac reading with no delays. The next is a Virgo. I hope that you guys had a wonderful weekend. Whew. I'm not even going to touch on how mine was another test from Spirit. Checking to see if I'm on my toes. Malkuth, the ground, the kingdom. That is very Virgoan. At the bottom we have Hazmed, the angel of annihilation. That is my coffee. Gotta drink it hot. The musical selection for you was Queens of the Stone Age, Songs for the Deaf. I have not listened to this album since I was like 16. Pretty sure I snatched it up the day it was dropped. Laura Loop, Tarot of the Divine, is your deck for today. Well, it's the deck for today. Venus, and it fell in the reverse. And we have Saturn at the bottom. Ooh, gotta grab music. I think I forgot music for my last. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just did it out of order. Bob Marley. Do 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 do. Could you be loved? And then at the bottom is Glass Animals. And so many songs come through for this. It's like a jumble. It's like a mashup. So I'll sit it down for a second. Move on to cinema. I feel like a human. Red flowers in my veins. Bicentennial Man. It was poking out. I pulled it and I put it back in the deck. Bicentennial Man. And On a Pale Horse. Clint Eastwood flick about justice, pretty much. Ooh. Bicentennial Man is a Robin Williams flick. Miss him forever. God. About an AI robot, very advanced, who throughout the movie replaces all of his parts that were holding him back from his dream of being a human being. And by the end, he had won his personhood. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles has been an energy prominent in all of the reads. Justice. This is the second reading. Justice has come out. Temperance. Six of Pentacles is one of the minor arcana reflections of temperance. How they stick in your throat, taste like gold. Two of Cups. Oh, what you do to me. No one knows. Seven of Wands. And I realize you're mine. Indeed, a fool am I haven't read for Malkuth. Ten of Wands. A burden too big to carry. Clarify. Queen of Pentacles, Six of Pentacles, Ten of Wands. Four of Wands in reverse. Something did indeed get broken. Usually that is because the Four of Wands represents stability, also marriage, celebration, unification. In the upright, because my poor card got bent. Oh. It's unbent, unbowed, unbroken. But in the reverse, something was bent, bowed, or broken. Maybe all of the above. Here we have the Ace of Cups. The Six of Pentacles also, in Tarot love space, can indicate being strung along. This fell on the floor in the reverse, and that's how I'm going to keep it. Knight of Cups. Somebody might be heartbroken about you. Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. Instead of the Green Knight, I heard the Hoe Knight. Knight of Wands has to be one of my least favorite cards, although I love Sagittarius energy. Somebody that wanted to run in and out of your life. Wow, that was violent. Page of Pentacles. Page of Wands. Eight of Swords. Immature offers. Nine of Cups. I feel like being haunted by an ideal, a dream, something that seemed simple and sure, but was complicated. The song Simple and Clean from Kingdom Hearts comes to mind. Justice, Temperance, Three of Swords in reverse. Above me, what a gift here below. Huh. But no one knows. Lies, deception, strategy, thievery, karma, the desire to work together. Fear that you might be coming together with somebody else because you did not get the loving exchange between two cups. You were not honored for being in your open, feminine, giving mode, and so you were forced to make a hard decision to kill something so that you could be free to go out on another journey. You had to decide how much you were trying to lose gambling on love. And your justice was to pull back. Seven of Wands, that defensiveness, putting down the burden that was just too big. To stop waiting on this slow-ass night to come and be fair. You know, I got a less sweet idea of this Bicentennial Man card. That you had perhaps been stripping away bits of yourself to try to fit into a disappointing situation. Then it taketh away. First it giveth, then it taketh away. Reveal. Did it hit you all at once, like an epiphany? What was going on? The parts that you couldn't see? I have not seen the High Priestess out here, not once today. Aries, sacrifice, again. Having to cut off something that was dying in order to give yourself glory. I got necrotic flesh, like a war amputation. Wow. I don't have the Six of Swords out here. I don't know why that... But I get a lot of pain. But pain, I feel left behind. I can relate. Oh, I know. I wasn't done. I want one more. Well, strength in reverse. And here we are in 2024. That's an 8-year. Wow. The Magician and the High Priestess. 1 and 2. Wow. And then the Wheel of Fortune. Huh. I feel like somebody feels like you have the audacity. The audacity to act like you aren't into what you appeared to be into to them. Because you were participating. You were undervaluing yourself. Because you are fertile soil for anything that gets planted. I hope you understand that analogy, that I think you escaped somebody that just wanted to keep you present for comfort. What's this? Gemini. I united the ideas. Anger, evolve. Fornax, anger, and Capricornus, evolve. Freedom in reverse. Somebody that didn't want to see you free from them. And I don't know if this is malicious or whatever. Maybe they thought, you know, in a few months, for Valentine's Day, for your birthday, like they were gonna be enlightened eventually. They were gonna, what's that, what does he say, Jay-Z in that song Cry? I was just messing with them hoes, I was gonna be right back. That's funny because that line came to me. Honor. I feel like somebody didn't realize they were refusing to honor you, that they were presented with opportunities and they were consciously or subconsciously refusing you. They were refusing to change and evolve even when they were presented with your glorious form, your glorious love and physique. Why do I get the feeling you're really sexy, Virgo? And you had to protect yourself from just being somebody else's sacrifice, being the martyr to this love story. Nobody was coming to save you, so you had to rescue yourself. I feel like you had to alchemize some shit. As this suggests, you went and you closed the cycle so that you could be the fool again, be the magician again, feel special again. I really get that. That somebody was just using you as a safety blanket, and your intuition would not let you rest easily there. It was a constant source of discomfort. Ooh, capture. Like somebody felt like if they could just keep you still for long enough, eventually they would grow up at a comfier pace than grow up right the fuck now. That's what I get. Maybe they weren't sure about you. Maybe they just didn't feel sure you were worth it. Wow. And now that ego and that ass, wounded and chapped in that order. And they're reflecting on what lessons you've taught them. Reflecting on how they plotted on you in your virtue, Virgo. And they're angry at somebody. They might be angry at self. I think I have time to go ahead and read for you Malkuth Hazmed before I let you go. And these, and Venus and Saturn. That feels like pretty much the beginning and end of it, baby. For now. Malkuth, the ground, the kingdom, the 10th and final emanation, the physical world in which we live. The domain of mankind. Malkuth is an emanation of emanations, the culmination of many aspects that form the tree of life. Everything, from our bodies to the experiences we have in them, to the world in which we exist, is Malkuth. The infinite space that expands across the universe is a manifestation of her. The boundless prismatic orb holds all of the colors of the universe. At the feet of the tree, the ground stretches outward, forming a base. This is the space where Malkuth exists. Pardon me. She is beyond just being the lowest point. She is the foundation itself. Wow, didn't I say very fertile soil? And then here we have the Empress. Being the thing that we experience every moment in our lives, Malkuth contrasts clearly with Keter, whose existence is marked by its total unknowability. Those that have the ears to hear. I feel like this person didn't have the ears to hear. But wait, maybe with Bicentennial, man, they about to graft on some fucking ears or something. Get a cochlear implant? Malkuth contrasts clearly with Keter, the first orb, spirituality, whose existence is marked by its total unknowability. As with all things in the tree, one mirrors the other, forming a complete continuum through which we can understand the boundaries of existence. I feel like you definitely have boundaries. Maybe you didn't before, but you figured it the fuck out. The earth, our bodies and home, Hazmed, angel of annihilation, the unmaker, a terrible sight to behold, the void eating itself and making itself anew. That which should no longer exist is unmade by Hazmed's hands. There is something that needs to be removed. Look upon that which should not be, and loose it from existence. Signs, a hood, an eclipse, an empty field. I feel like you have grown so much it's eclipsing people and situations. You might be in a lull. You might feel a bit isolated at this time. Looking for Venus to read to y'all. Okay, Saturn. Now where is Venus? Lord. Flipping through this book really grinds my gears sometimes, y'all. Close your eyes and see the skies are falling. I feel like the sky is falling on somebody, but you found shelter. This asteroids, this is not... Look, fuck it. I'm going to read Saturn, the Oppressor. Somebody might have been playing the Oppressor in your life. By not letting you go forth without them, by using tactics to try to keep you longer than you were meant to stay, they were being an oppressor. They felt as though, subconsciously I feel, hopefully, I hope, subconsciously they felt like you, here we have Justice at the bottom of this deck, I was just moving out of the way, they felt like this is good enough for you. This is, I'm appraising your value, even though all of us are invaluable. Our value is unquantifiable. All you got to do is be in the face of somebody that really loves you to know that. There is no cap on how much you deserve. And anybody that tries to cap how much you deserve, they're not valuing you. They're probably not valuing themselves either, because love begets love. The last of the inner planets is Saturn, who is affectionately known, rules Capricorn, the 10th house, earth element, and the symbols are mountains, clocks, sickle, seeds, gifts. You were a gift. The last of the inner planets is Saturn, who is affectionately known as the taskmaster of astrology. His location in our natal chart is where we are forced to learn the hard lessons. Saturn is slow moving. It takes him 29 years to return to the same sign as the one you were born in. This moment is known as our first Saturn return, and he asks us during this time what we have learned and what behaviors our habits we have adapted. From there, he sets up for the next chapter of our lives. Saturn loves structure and rules, so social order is important to him. He uses the wisdom of the ages to impart his judgment upon all of us. Think of this planet as karma. Doing the right thing will cause him to loosen his grip, but do the wrong thing and his judgment will be swift. Sometimes it takes a major event to wake us up about the realities of our lives. Saturn shows us the area in which we are likely to persevere against all odds. He restricts us in this area on purpose to see how far we are willing to go to be successful. In a reading, 2 steps forward and 1 step back is the slogan for Saturn. If he is showing up for you, you are probably in the midst of a major life test. It can feel like no matter what you do, you just can't get ahead. This isn't actually the case. You are moving forward, but Saturn just likes to make sure you are certain of your direction. Are you making responsible choices? Are you utilizing your tools to the best of your ability? Make sure you are clear about these things because you will have a final exam. If you are going through a period of chaos and confusion, you need to look to Saturn for advice. What areas of your life can you organize and restructure? What behaviors are no longer serving your best interests? If you can effectively let go of these things that are holding you back, you will have more time to focus on your major goals and aspirations. Keywords: restriction, wealth, oppression, work, lessons, resilience, karma, processes, structure, and order. Venus, the muse. Rules Taurus and Libra, the 2nd and 7th house. Element is earth. Symbols: art, shells, flowers, especially roses, makeup, coins, gardens. The ruler of the divine feminine. Beauty and values are represented here, related to love and relationships. Beauty and values is Taurus. Love and relationships is Libra. Some people want money, some people want good food, and others have a desire to create drama and art. The people we are attracted to are determined by the second side of Venus. Everything from the way we flirt with a potential date to how we express ourselves and our most intimate partnerships is ruled by her position in our chart. Someone with quite a lot of Venus can be alluring and have a natural magnetism about them, even if they are very shy or reserved. It is important to note that, like all classic beauties, Venus has a dark side. Her energy can be greedy, lazy, and entitled, and a difficult transit can bring this out in all of us. I feel like that was a subtle drag to the person who you've experienced this with. Greedy, lazy, and entitled. I've heard energy vampire too. And you protected your neck. Hey! It is time to appreciate the beauty in your surroundings. Too often we rush through life, never stopping to appreciate the simple things. Food and shelter are human needs, but we also need enjoyment. We need pleasure and intimacy. Pleasure and intimacy, because they are not the same thing. And I think you found that out. Somebody who pleased you deeply, you had no real intimacy with. We need laughter and we need rest. Without these, we are just empty shells, prone to depression and loneliness. Venus serves as a reminder to pamper yourself every now and again. You'll be more productive in the long run. You could be going through a period of attraction right now, whether you are attracting material items or romantic interests. Venus wants you to not only enjoy it, but to utilize it. How can you use this magical energy you are radiating to serve yourself? So often we are told not to be selfish or to put our needs first, but in fact you must. When you are happy, the people around you are happier as well. Empress. Keywords: create, beauty, love, divine feminine, harmony, and entitlement. You're entitled to enjoy your own abundant energy first and foremost. And I hope this has given you what you need. I love you. Bye.